it's not every day that you see a motorcycle manufacturer entering the Indian market. But there is an exception, and that is Classic Legends, as it has already launched Jawa and Yezdi. And today they have upped the ante and got us an iconic British brand, BSA. And we have with us Anupam Thareja, the man behind Classic Legends. Welcome to Acco Drive, Anupam. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Congratulations on getting the BSA to India. Fantastic looking motorcycle.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You made my day. That's all I want to hear.
So let's rewind the clock a bit. How did this whole thing happen, like getting BSA in Classic Legends? Because Mr. Mahindra mentioned earlier in the day, it was not easy for you guys.
We never aimed for easy, right? We are the challengers. We are the disruptors. How can life be easy? And that's the fun, right? One life, and I think we want to live it to the fullest. And yes, this was a fun project from day one. I think the clarity which we had of having this brand, after looking at all that was available, and they were much more easier to get to, right? Because they were sellers.
Yeah.
David Bennett of BSA was not a seller, right? And that's what was the fun part.
Okay.
When you really know what you want and you really go after it, I think that's what passion is, and that's what challenges do. So yeah, it was a brand we lost, we got it back.
Okay.
And then we put our heart and soul into it, right? I think BSA just deserves a lot of honesty, right? And that's what we gave it. From design to packaging, from the single. You know better than me. You know, it was easier for us to do a twin.
Yeah.
Our twin is ready.
Yes.
It was easier to meet emissions. A lot of technology was off the shelf.
Okay.
Whereas to get this back, this big thumper, and make sure that the riders get that pure joy of riding, the pure, I keep on saying, right? The satisfaction the bike gives you is everything.
Okay.
That's it. That's a motorcycle.
Okay.
And if it doesn't, it's wrong. Right?
Okay. And in terms of development, like how much time the Gold Star took you? Because it would have been a tedious process, because you're starting, you're paying homage. It's not easy when you're going back in time. So how was the development time? And
2017 is when we got it.
Okay.
And we've been at it since 2018, all out.
Okay.
And we launched it in 2021 in UK, in Birmingham. And now here. The good news is it's the same bike, so we didn't have to do anything for India. That's how we thought through it. That was our whole plan. Indian global company, all our bikes will be made for the. Why would we give anything lesser here or more there? So no. So that's the easy
thing.
But the difficult part was engine being, between Rotax and Austria, University of Graz, Ricardo doing engineering work, designers in UK, R&D and CAD teams in India, all coming together. And then they had to deal with an idiot like me, which said, no, this is not possible. I said, then let's do something else.
Okay.
Right? We'll do Gold Star when the technology allows us to do what I'm telling you to do.
Okay.
Which is bring me this machine, and hats off. I think easier to be the jerk in the room, but hats off to the engineers who have pulled this.
Yeah, exactly. And the end product does look very impressive. And I just wanted, like you said, it was first launched in the UK. How has been the response in the international markets that BSA is available?
Phenomenal. You want real? I was very scared, because those are very discerning markets, and for them, they love the BSA.
Yeah.
So you touch it and they think this is wrong. You touch it and they are, it should have been better, right? It's like, it's your pride, and it's not easy to make an old film. It's not easy to make an old product, because the expectation is much larger in your head than it probably actually was. Right? And you have to not only beat the product which it should be, you have to beat the product which is in their head or which is in their heart. But I think we got an 80% hit rate. They loved it.
Okay.
And the good news is the remaining 20% turned over time, right? we just had Stuart
win them over.
Yeah, they just said, he said, I apologize. I'm doing it for the first time in my 30 years of journalist history, where I'm saying, I'm sorry, I was harsh. This is a beautiful bike. And these are the kind of comments that make a day for people like us.
Okay. And Anupam, coming back to India, how are you going to market the brand BSA in India? And in terms of sales, like what is the strategy going forward for you with the Gold Star?
So we're going to have it in the same dealerships, but we're going to choose the top 50 dealerships to start with, depending on where we think the market is, and then slowly expand over a period of time. In terms of marketing, I think one of the reasons you buy a brand which is so powerful, so beautiful, and then you put so much effort in being honest, creating a product behind that brand. My idea is hopefully we don't need marketing. You guys will do marketing for us. I'm doing the B2B2C for you to tell our people, to tell our customers what a bike we have made.
Okay. And this 50 dealerships will be like 50 cities or like 50 dealerships in multiple cities?
In multiple cities, but we'll be covering 75 cities by
75 cities in all. Okay, that's nice. And just the way forward, like how you think the BSA, because it's being manufactured in Pithampur, if I'm not wrong. And in terms of the localization, all the components are here, because I see a premium components like a Brembo. You don't see that on an Indian motorcycle brand. So in terms of localization, have you hit 100% or it's like a work in progress in that sense?
So whatever we had to localize, we have.
Okay.
If we haven't, it's by purpose. It's by design.
Okay.
So a Pirelli tire, an insignia from France, or a Brembo brake. These are the things we don't want to touch.
Okay.
Because this bike deserves that, right?
Okay.
And Indian customers deserve that. So whatever localization we had to do, we have done.
Okay.
So no, I don't think so. Localization, and today the world is, it's very homogeneous, right?
Okay.
Wherever you get the best part at the most conducive price performance matrix or cost quality matrix, you get it from there.
And in terms of the journey for the Gold Star, you think this will be like a one product, one variant thing, or you think there is always a scope for you to expand the canvas for the BSA and the Gold Star in the future, in that sense?
You're talking about this year?
Or in the coming years or something like that?
So I think I gave you the answer. This year itself, you might see more. So
this year itself?
Gold Star is the crown jewel of a crown jewel called BSA.
Okay.
Right? And Gold Star or BSA had a much larger range. Now, whether we will, and there are great brands or sub brands under BSA, right? So there is a Golden Flash. So I can't give you which brand will come, but Gold Star will have another variant, and then there'll be other brands under the BSA which you will see very soon from us.
Oh, so that's a high that we can end this interview on. Thank you, Anupam, for your time.
Thank you.
Congratulations once again for this beautiful product.
Thank you.
Wishing you all the best to you and Classic Legends.
Thank you so
much. Thank you.